I had a Bible study in my apartment yesterday, and I was showing this one person an illustration on the infinity principle. And I thought, it would be good if I leave it up there and show it to you as well. The infinity principle is real important. Yes, and I have written it out on one of my posts, but a lot of people don't understand it. It took me a long time to finally grab it. So I'm going to make it really simple. There, if you can look at this little diagram here, we are God's people, the saints. We live in the finite realm, okay? We're confined to time and space, right? Okay, well, God is not. He's infinite. He has no beginning and he has no end. We have a beginning, but we're never going to have an end. We're going to live forever somewhere. Here's a problem. You have right now, and so do I, have things that we do not understand. Things that we wonder about, we're confused about. Okay? And the infinity principle teaches us that we're in the finite realm, but God is in the infinite realm. And that He has given us everything we need to know through His Word to live in the finite realm. But He has left some things for Himself that He's not going to reveal in our lifetime. Okay? Or He may, but way down the future. Not right now. Okay? And so what He wants us to do, Miss Ussie would call this line the line of demarcation. For He's given us all the information we need to know for today. But the stuff that's in the infinite realm, He's left for Himself. Let me give you an example. We know about God because He has revealed some things about Himself through the Word and through creation and through the Lord Jesus Christ. But He hasn't revealed everything about Himself. We're going to learn more about Him when we get to heaven. He also said in one of His promises that when we get to heaven, eye has not seen and mind hath thought all the wonderful things He has in store for us. So in the finite realm, we're given that information. Although we don't know what it is, we can trust what it's going to be someday. Okay? He's left that for Himself right now. So in the infinity principle, God, who is outside of time and space, gives us all necessary information we need to live, but He's left a lot of things for Himself that He will reveal at a later time. So what does He want us to do? He wants us to exercise faith. Remember the story of Job. Job was going through a whole lot. And his friends came and they were trying to encourage him and they were trying to figure out what the real problem was. They said, Job, you must have done something wrong. God's paying you back. Even his wife got on him and said, Job, you know what? Why don't you just curse God and die? By the way, Job, you got bad breath. Job doesn't know what's going on. Finally, he starts arguing even with God. And God had to come to him. Hey, Job, you finite creature, where were you when I began creation? Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Where were you when I set the times and the season in their place? And Job got the point. And Job says, I put my hand in my mouth. I'm just going to shut up. Job had to trust that God had a purpose that he could not see. He was in the finite realm. But by faith, he needed to trust God for those things that he could not understand. One of my favorite verses is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. And it's a conditional verse, has some conditions. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Okay, I can do that. Lean not on your own understanding. God, I want to understand. Why are you doing that? How come this is happening to me? I just need an explanation. If you just give me a clue. God says, hey, trust me. Have faith in the infinite realm that I reside in. Someday, You're going to be clued in to everything that I was doing. You're going to be really surprised. Have a great day.